What is going on, everyone? My name is Boyd, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color playing as Loki. His name is OGNENNYJ. His opponent today in the red color playing as Oranos. His name is Ulysees. The map is Savannah, and this is a best of 5 for the Challenger Championship. Top 1 plays top 1 of the two groups. The winner of that gets crowned Challenger Champion, gets an automatic promotion, I believe. An automatic promotion. I'm running the tournament, can't remember the rules. Automatic promotion into the Champions League Season 3. Very exciting here. This is my favorite part of Champions League is the relegations promotion series, because it's the only time in Age of Mythology where losing really matters. So it makes people play differently, and then you can come out with a lot more fighting spirit. And we'll see what these guys have got. We've got OGNENNYJ going with the Loki here. I haven't really seen him play this. I've seen his Oranos, I've seen his Isis, but not his Norse yet. So, I mean, maybe I just haven't followed him closely enough this Challengers League. But going with the Loki here on Savannah against Oranos. Loki, not a bad pick against Oranos. You got to be super active with those Hursa. Make sure you wall up your base nice and tight so your opponent can't get in there, and hopefully find as many of the hurtables as you possibly can, because the way that Oranos wants to win this matchup is by putting pressure onto you, and if you've got yourself completely walled up with hurtables, they can't actually get anything out of their army. So we'll see if that's something that OGNENNYJ is going to be able to pull off this game or not. He's moving down to his giraffe over here already. There's some baboon here, which probably won't get taken if we check the map out just a little bit. And we can check up here. We've got an extra gazelle spawn, some hyena here, a couple of hurtables around the place, but it's a fairly low hunt Savannah, which is good and bad for both players. So we'll see how this goes. Already 5 hurtables is okay. Definitely gonna get 6 or more. And we've got Ulysees up here with only 4. Now Ulysees, he's going onto his chicken nice and early. He's already moved over to his gazelle. He has spotted his giraffe at 7th for later, right next to that town center. It's a pretty nice spot there for him if he does want to consider getting a second town center in this matchup. But I am very interested in how Ulysees is going to play this one out. The Oranos versus Loki matchup, as I've said before, not one I enjoy at all. And we're seeing him taking Villager off of wood now to eat this hurtable in order to try and make sure he can advance at a solid 430 here, as he needs to throw down his temple. He gets his 100 gold, throws this down perfectly. Really nice start to the game for Ulysees. And now the temple is coming up for OGNENNYJ. I love this temple placement and house placement here. This is something that people need to do more and more often with Norse. Don't put your temples in an exposed place where it's going to die for free. Pull it back, wall segment the towers, and then make sure your houses are nice and safe. That's the simplest way around any early pressure. Now we see 4 city coming through. Standard 4 villages wood, 4 dwarves gold, 7 villages food for the Loki player. And Ulysees hitting the Prometheus as well. He's going to have 2 villagers on wood, 3 villagers on food. I'm surprised to see him still on these chicken and not coming over here onto the giraffe. Perhaps a little bit scared about any early Hursa pressure. But honestly, at this point, you got to just go for that hump there. It's good. It's juicy. Chances are you can defend against it as well. And we are seeing the oracles getting left nice and forward here. Let's see what OGNENNYJ can see here. If we look at this here, he can't see the oracle here. The placement is perfect. He can't see the oracle here. Absolutely perfect placement here. And the other oracle just chilling over on this side of the map here. Just going to be scouting out a little bit longer. So this is what makes Ulysees so great. He's just does the little things well, and he's going to be seeing a lot of information here. He sees the Hursa here. He sees these villages. He's moving the Oracle, though. A little bit confused about this, whether it's just a fake with the Oracle or not, but he's just going to be running it straight through those Hursa. And OGNENNYJ going to get a nice start to the game here with a lot of free favor from this. This is a 2.16 favor for killing this this Oracle, and getting the early 10 favor helps out a ton, because getting that Hall of Fames up means you can do a lot of good stuff. We do see the Promethean Offspring here has been deleted. Going to send that one forward in an attempt to hit a raid over here, but this is probably not the location you want to go. You know your opponent's got a Herso here. You're not going to get anything from there. Coming into the opponent's base and trying to hit their wood line or their gold line, maybe a better idea. We see Ulysees coming in. The Herso going to turn around, and nice micro away from here. Just going to try and dart through, utilizing that 5.5 speed that these Promethean Offsprings do have at the start. Going to run straight past the Troll. And I believe the Troll has been updated up to 5 or 6 track rating. Look, yep, it's definitely at least 6 track rating, because these Promethean Offsprings get sniped. There's a bit of an accuracy thing, so the first rock misses most of the time, and then after that, it hits every single other shot there. So nice one there with the Troll. That's a 5.0 exclusive change. The Troll, very, very strong in this patch. Much better. Forcetti, definitely a viable option for Thor as well as Loki now. Now we've seen the Herso just starting to pump out Hall of Fames on the way. Ulysees has got a little bit of a timing here, but there's nothing really for him to attack. We see the villagers making their way over to the chicken. He can come up onto the Gazelle here. Probably not a bad idea to go for that at this stage of the game, especially with Hall of Fames about to pop here, because he should be able to defend that. We are seeing the Troll moving forward, going to be helping out, potentially hitting some of those units here. Looks like the Troll yet again misses, and the Terma and Murmillo heroes, with the small Murmillo here, going to be retreating away. I am interested to see when Ulysees cuts his production of the Terma in this matchup, because it does seem to be one of the more useless units in this matchup, given it shoots a javelin that does 4.4 damage a second, and the Herso is not an archer, so it doesn't get any bonuses. So it's a very, very small amount of damage. And now the Ulysees Terma and army, everything else, going to come down to the bottom side of the map. Look to come in and hit these gatherers here or something. There's a gold mine that is very exposed. No wall segments up just yet. Do see a nice little hit here from OGNENNYJ trying to kill off one of those Murmillo. But as this is happening, the dwarves getting pushed back. We'll see potentially one dwarf kill. Does kill off one dwarf. And no walls here from OGNENNYJ is really, really bad here. He needs to get a wall off on this location. You can see he's got only 89 gold in the bank, so it is a little bit expensive for him to do so. But he does need to think about doing that, because that's going to prevent those sorts of raids and that sort of advantage. Nice little cut here onto the Terma. He's going to get at least one Terma kill, so that's a big win there. If he's going to target this low HP Terma or not, who knows? No, he doesn't. There he goes. And now the army should be able to retreat away from here completely fine. And we'll see where OGNENNYJ is going to go. We see a second military academy coming down as the Terma still coming through. The goats here still getting gathered. Again, surprised to see this just getting left. This is a lot of food. This is so much food. But it is difficult to defend against. That's the problem. But OGNENNYJ doesn't... I don't think he's got... He doesn't even have a spy down at this point. So he's got no idea that there is potentially hunt over here. And that's the reason why Oranos wants to grab that hunt early, because you got to know that your opponent probably doesn't know that anything's there. So they can't even use the hunts, the hunt checker kind of cheat code in a way. If you don't know what that is on VOOP, it doesn't work on Extended Edition. But if the unit is dead in the Fog of War, you can select it and it will show up as dead. If it's got a health bar there, it's going to be well, it's going to be full. Anyways, we see the gate getting taken down here, trying to push through, kill off this sentry tower. This is really, really good for Ulysees. I don't think we're going to... We do have an armory up. The building placement from OGNENNYJ is really, really nice, but this gold mine is about to be out here. 72 favor for OGNENNYJ. He doesn't really have any myth units here to help out. He does get a troll spawn there. That's going to help out a ton. Does he have a potential for copper mail coming through? No copper mail. Really, really bad. We see the hero Murmillo starting to get taken out, and Ulysees does have to retreat here. Nice fight for OGNENNYJ at this point. Nice turn here by Ulysees, getting some extra shots off while the units are busy running around. Big shockwave there onto those myth units in the back. And Ulysees kind of ignoring them for the time being. This fight is going very, very well so far for OGNENNYJ, as these Hursa are just doing so much damage, but it looks like the Murmillos are just starting to become a bit of a problem. Still no crazy good myth unit spawns, like no Iron Hiyar spawns here. Lots of low HP Murmillo that are getting a lot of extra damage done. The trolls here need to be targeting down these Murmillo at this point. 91 pop to 64, as Ulysees does seemingly take this fight here. The gold mine situation just expiring now, as the dwarves having to move over here, and Ulysees sees the victory in his sights, but OGNENNYJ has 400 gold left in the bank, so he's going to attempt to come over here, grab this, keep pumping these units out. He is about to run out of food, still not moving over onto these Gazelle over here. We're seeing another Hursa falling. Can't be having that at this point. Need to keep those alive for as long as possible. No trolls getting built out of this temple, even with the 59 favor that OGNENNYJ has. Now Ulysees is going after this location. The dwarves getting pulled off of the gold mine here. We see a Valor coming in. The troll's going to get sniped very, very quickly here. Also making their way over. And it's looking as if these dwarves are not going to quite do the job. But Ulysees is, for some reason, pulling back here, and these Terma can now start to really destroy something of OGNENNYJ as the throwing axeman coming out, and Ulysees manages to make the timing push here work beautifully. This gold mine situation here, you essentially either have to be full pop Hursa when you're going for the second gold mine against Oranos, or be on the way to the Mythic Age, and OGNENNYJ had neither of those. Excuse me. And I think that's simply because he didn't grab this Gazelle up here, and he just couldn't be pumping out all of the units he wanted. He also had this armory down, which is a bit of a waste of wood. Lots of villagers on the wood line over here as well. No attempt at getting that copper mail, which was so huge. And then actually taking this fight on this location was probably the big mistake. Even though it was looking okay, it is a risk. Like, you need the Iron Hiyar to make that fight go in your favor. You can see it was kind of close, but then all the units start to fall, and the unit production just favors the Oranos so much more with the 12-second train time Murmillos versus the 23-second train time Hursa. So you have to be really, really careful about taking those fights. Anyways, first game goes for Ulysees. We'll move on to game number 2 really shortly. If you guys are enjoying these games, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys in the next game.